Run It Back. The Live from New York podcast with Dynamax Roberts.
Biggs Radio.
Now feel from uptown, Brooklyn bound, the Bronx, Queens, or Long Island Sound.
South Bronx, the South Bronx, South Bronx, the South Bronx.
Live from Bedford-Stuyvesant, the livest one, representing BK to the fullest.
I'm DMC, in the place to be. I go to St. John's University.
It's the show that's thorough as the five boroughs. Live from New York, with Dynamax Roberts, on BiggsRadio.com, your home for today's R&B and classic hits.
Live from New York. Live from New York. Dynamax Roberts. Yeah. BiggsRadio.com. Your home for today's R&B and banging hip hop. Yes, indeed. We got DJ Dice with us today, y'all. Real hip hop in the building with the hip hop ambassador front and center. Let's get into it. We gonna set it off. Let's go.
Going back. Straight out the sewer, you know what I'm saying? Microphone on the mic. Now I'm in the house with the book, you know what I'm saying? That's my fault, you know what I'm saying? Yo, who in the back? The book's about to come on now, you know what I'm saying? So get a mic check. Yo, that's best in the house. Yo, check it.
A higgity hoy that matey, I giggity got stuff flow. My Saturday nights are liver than Joe Pisca post, so yo. Higgity take the bait for Charlie Duna. See, I be the boogie banger like a sire since the boomer. I'm higgity hot to track and giggity got the mop. Jules, plus dread, so toots call me Gozy. And giggity gets the scoop from Peter Jennings. Do a spin like the mag, then I slide like Peggy Fleming. Or spiggity smack a bag and yoke him up until he squeal. Like Hawaiian punch the captain, now I'm maxing with Neil. I biggity pack still, I got a big gun. I'm freaking a track from Brooklyn, cause I'm Brooklyn's where I'm from.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everyone needs to catch the boogie bang. Word out. You know what I'm saying? My man, yeah, mic check. Yo, straight, yo. That's a fact. What's up? Going back. Check. Mic check.
Give me that microphone.
Make way for the underground rapper. Underground rapper.
Live from New York, Dynamax Roberts front and center, BiggsRadio.com, your home for today's R&B and banging hip hop. We getting ready to get down to business. You know what time it is right now. Yeah. As promised, we're about to get into something incredible right about now with the one and only, the extraordinary, the craziness, the illness, the hardness. Straight from the streets of Brooklyn, New York, coming to you, one of the illest on the two turntables. Man, I'm telling you, it's nice, man. And I'm about to bring it to you, one and only, ladies and gentlemen, the incredible DJ Dice. What's up?
Afternoon, everybody. Afternoon.
He's here, yo. DJ Dice is in the building. Yo.
Oh, yo.
Man, you know what all I can say is, man, straight from the sewer, dude. I apologize to you and to the ladies and gentlemen. My show has for almost 1 year started precisely at 4. Technical difficulties has it.
Hey,
bobbing and weaving with this stuff. I had to reboot like in 2 minutes and then get on. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we now rocking with the one and only legendary DJ Dice. Welcome to Live from New York and Biggs Radio, my brother. Thanks for taking time out on Sunday to do this with us.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Before we go any further, I want to say shout out to Mr. Chill Trees for helping and coordinating and making this thing happen.
Yeah, shout out to my brother, Chill Tree. That's my dude right there.
That's the family lamb.
Yes, sir. Salute to him.
Power, man. Power to the brother, man. Nothing but love. We go way back. DJ Dice, man, let's start from the beginning. We got a little bit. You got some of your time right here. Can you take us back to the beginning, man? Let's go.
Oh.
Let's take it back to a little bit of elementary school music inspiration. Who were your heroes growing up? I'm throwing like 3 questions at you at the same time because I know how you can handle the turntables spinning around, catching the records. So let's see how he does with the questions. I'm just messing with you, big brother.
So you talking about when we used to walk around when we was kids with the food stamp books?
Yeah, baby, the food stamp books. Wait, you know what I'm saying? Gotta have the brown joints, the brown bag.
Yeah.
And some of them was pink, some of them was bluish green.
Oh my God. Well, long story short, for me, I'm from Brooklyn, Flatbush in the borderline of Brownsville. So growing up, you know, and I got the whiff of this music culture, as we say. In my hood, you know, I used to watch the older OGs come out with the big speakers and stuff like that. So that's, you know, that's what kind of I gravitated to. Like, oh my God, what is this? And then seeing it up closely, I was like, I like this. I want to do this, but really didn't understand it per se. So basically, I was around a lot of good, dope OG DJs back then.
Okay.
So you know,
anybody you care to mention?
But not really. Just the fact of at that time seeing it as a kid.
Okay, gotcha.
But then my brother, him and his friends, they was into that, and the DJ that he was around, you know, his crew, they used to keep the turntables by our house.
Oh.
So long story short, my brother didn't know how to DJ.
Wow.
Because he was an MC. But they used to keep the turntables at our crib. So me as a kid, I was like, let me mess with it.
I gotta do this. Ain't nobody looking.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody looking.
Yeah. So one day he caught me. He's like, yo, don't touch that. And you know me as a kid, I'm like, whatever. So I go to school. I rush home from school because I'm so intrigued. Like, man, I gotta see what this do.
Yeah.
And I kept doing it, and he kept busting my ass.
Oh my God.
And then after a while, to be honest, he was like, you know what? It's not even worth it, you know, beating him up because he's still gonna do it any old way. So, when I literally like hide the needles, he hide the needles. So I rush home from school to search his stuff to find these needles. Because I saw him how to screw the needle into the turntable,
yeah,
or whatever have you. But you know, that was my phase of getting into the music, and I just kept doing it. Some kids is, you know, growing up, if you got kids or whatever, you know, they like basketball, football, you know, but what attracted me was the music, the turntables. And I just, and I stuck with it. And so, and then when I got to like, I'm in my teens now. So at that time,
high school.
I was popping and locking.
And you want to look good for the girls too, so you was out there trying to be smooth and.
No. Well, to be honest, that didn't come until later probably, but for the most part, you know, popping and locking, break dancing and stuff, I was into that.
Did the battles and all that? Going from block to block. We battling your
crew. Facts. And
y'all getting served.
Back then, I danced for chicken.
Wow.
At Popeyes.
Okay.
This was the first Popeyes at the scene. So when I danced for chicken, it was me, Tango from UTFO, and Doc Ice from UTFO. We danced for chicken. Now he still have just a little award to this day that his mama have. Yo, it's funny, but yeah,
that's crazy.
That was my journey, and then once again, my brother had another crew.
Okay.
as we got older. So the main DJ, I used to always be under him, always, because I wanted to learn, like, yo, how. And he was my man. My mentor was Godfrey. His name was Godfrey.
Oh, there we go. Shout out to Godfrey.
Yeah. So Godfrey, I'm always
like, you didn't get there by yourself. Yeah. You ain't get Brooklyn is listening. They're like, you ain't get there by yourself, man. Wait.
So every time I seen the play, I was like, yo, let me get on, leave it going. Man, beat it, little shorty, beat it. So I wasn't allowed to touch the set. But this one day, he had to go to, we was doing a block party in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And one day he had to go to the bathroom. And that was the day.
That was the moment.
Where it started and it never ended for me.
You jumped on and you never jumped off after that.
That was it for me.
Oh my god.
And at that time, the record, shout out to Curtis Blow. He dropped that record.
Is the breaks?
AJ.
Oh, AJ Scratch. Come on, man.
Yes.
Now we talking 1983, man.
Yes. So
the same year, Suck
like,
MCs. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So, and then fast forward. Now that I'm into DJing, my first group that I was a DJ for is a group called Alliance. Alliance is affiliated with Milk and Guinness.
Okay.
So that was the first artist, and then MC Light, and then so on and so forth. So after Alliance, I did scratches for Bay Joints that we did. I did cuts on Milk and Giz. This is early before they like blew up, whatever.
Yeah.
And right after that, I had the pleasure for DJing for a female rapper, which is Antoinette.
I remember Antoinette back in the day.
Yes.
I used to rock the MCM suits and all that.
Yeah, so actually me and Mixmaster Ice, that was my other mentor, because I used to cut school to go by his house to DJ. The school I went to was right down the block from where he used to live at. So me and him was the only one that did cuts on her album.
Nice.
And then, so then after that, it was Antoinette. I did cuts for, I did for a lot of people. Oh my God.
See, now you got the track list going in your mind. You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah. So
I love that.
I mean, that was like pretty much my history, basically, of where I'm at today and what I love to do. So yeah.
Let me ask you this. I mean,
yes, sir.
For us connecting like to the cruise, before you, I'm trying to get to the part right before you get to Das Effects and what was happening. How did you meet those guys? How did that come about?
My mom's, long story short, my mom's moved to Florida. Tallahassee, may she rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
And I went out there. Actually, that town of Tallahassee, that's where T-Pain is from.
Okay.
But I didn't know that, back then. But
of course not.
I was like, oh no, I'm not staying out here. I took my back to Brooklyn and stayed with my sister. May she rest in peace there. So at that time I had a girlfriend and she got accepted to Virginia State. And I wound up going to Virginia State. And that's how I ran into Scoob and Dre, Das Effects.
Nice.
And thanks to my man Jess West, because he actually is responsible for getting us to meet. And at that time, it wasn't Das Effect. They was like some, regular guys. And you gotta remember back then, house music was big.
Yeah, I know.
So
house music was crazy.
These dudes was into house music. They was dancers.
Get out of here! Wow.
Yeah. So they drifted over and to start rapping or whatever, and then we got tight like that because shout out to my man Mike from Petersburg, because when I went down there, he was doing all the parties. So me and him got cool, and he gave me some light. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And from there, as me and Das got, Scoob and Dre, it wasn't Das Effects then, but Scoob and Dre, we got tight. We was roommates, so at the end of the day, it got to a point I left Virginia. This is before they just got signed. Before I left, we did a lot. We did some demos. We used to ride from Virginia to New Jersey. So fast forward, I left Virginia State, came back to New York. Went back to New York. And when I went back to New York, I got hooked up with Mad Lion. I was his show DJ for a little while. And then, may he rest in peace, Tim Dog. I was his show DJ.
Tim Dog, man, wow.
Yes. So in the midst
I knew Tim Dog, man. Dog. It's that's a whole nother story, but you got to finish. Oh yeah. Story. Rest in peace, to Tim, man.
So in the midst of me DJing for Tim Dog, Das Effects just got put on.
That's crazy. How do you go from Tim Dog is Ultramagnetic family?
Yes.
Shout out to my man, my brother Cool Keith, and Sid and all of them, man. Yes. Because they right around the corner from where I'm from, Webster Project. So I'm going like,
oh hell yeah,
that's crazy.
So long story short, as God's blowing up, their career, they just got on the scene. I'm from Brooklyn. Scoob is from Brooklyn, and Dre is from Jersey. At this time, the Hit Squad is being formed. They tour. I run into Scoob in East New York, Brooklyn.
That's right.
And being that I was the original DJ, yo, Dice, what you doing? We going on this tour, and we don't want no other DJ. But at that time, just before I seen him, Paris Smith was, trying to get another DJ, but they spoke up like, nah, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this with our DJ, which is me. And what's so funny, when I ran into school, the day I ran into the school, he's like, yo man, tomorrow we going on tour and we want you.
Say word.
I swear on my dead mama. At that moment, it wasn't no thing. And I was like, yeah. Now remind you, here's something funny I don't really share. When I spoke to her, that next day, I was scheduled to go to Canada for a show with Tim Dog. Had my ticket and everything. And I said yes to school.
Yeah.
So, may he rest in peace. So, Tim Dog come to my house. I'm hiding, like I'm hiding from the richer people. Come to get the furniture.
Yeah, he's like knocking the door. Jimmy, don't live here.
Yeah. So that. Oh my God, you just took me back. But yeah, and that's how I wanted with Das.
Wow, man, that is crazy.
Yeah. And then just before he passed, Tim Dog, we didn't speak for years. By then, years passed or whatever. By then I'm with Redman or whatever. But when we finally spoke, he brung that up. Yo, man, that's messed up how you did that. He forgave me. He said I understood because he said, man, I would have took that. If I was in your shoes, I would have took that opportunity too.
I took it too, right? You would have bounced.
Yeah, so he was mad at that time, but he understood it.
You go up and you understand the business, and you're like,
yeah, facts.
Right, opportunities, man.
There you go. So I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Because in every day, the opportunity just fell in your lap. Nobody just knocking on the door. Opportunity. What's up? So when it happened, we was like, I'm out. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm go. I'm out. About 5,000 back then. So
yeah, so that's why I ended up with Das.
Okay.
Which was a blessing. Yeah.
A lot of hit records, man, and a lot of tours.
Oh man, yeah. Mm.
People are still asking for Das Effects, man, internationally, worldwide. And shout out to our mutual brother, Lord Jazz, one of my big brothers in this hip hop culture and business. Me and Lord Jazz met in Paris back in 2000. And the stories with Das Effects and Lord's Underground are just hilarious because all of y'all are family.
Yeah, well, you know what's so crazy?
Tell me.
You gotta remember, when DOS was hot, Lords of the Underground, they was hot, and he wind up bumping heads with them, doing being on the same show with them.
That's crazy, man.
And you gotta remember back then, when they started doing the Iggity, everybody named Mama was biting that style.
Yeah, Funky.
So they had a little beat per se, but it wasn't no beat. But they
Yeah, it was. Jazz said it's more like people were hyping it up. Like the media was, the magazines were really amping it. Like, yo, I think they said something. Right.
This show was the ice breaking that first show we ever did with them. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it was in Jersey. I gotta ask Lord Jazz, but that's how me and Lord Jazz got tight ever since that day.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so that was crazy. And it was so crazy, years later, he started touring, as years went down the line. But I remember that was like, wow. Yeah, that was wow.
I knew that made me laugh. I couldn't wait to bring that up. Because you guys got master crazy hits. That's usually our best friends. 8 out of 10 is our best friends usually end up, in that kind of feel with the music and bumping. Like it's funny, like in Pioneers of Hip, like Cold Crush, Furious 5, Melly Mel is the head of the Furious 5, Grandmaster Cass. So they're always in competition, these groups back in the days. But now it's like through the years they ended up being like tag team partner. You can't see Cass without Mel and Mel without Cass.
Oh yeah, facts.
So that's the vibe I see with you guys, man, and the DJ.
Oh well, that's facts too. Yeah, facts.
How did you end up doing DJing for Redman after being like from DOS Effects going to Red?
Okay.
And that's Brooklyn to going back to the Jersey now.
Yeah, so with the Hit Squad, it was DOS Effects, Redman, Faye Solo, EPMD. So that whole journey, me and Red got cool. And on that Hit Squad tour, remember the DJ Twins was original Redman DJs. But that tour, only me and DJ Scratch always got busy as far as a DJ solo. So, I guess over the years, that whole Hit Squad journey or whatever, everybody was cool.
That's beautiful. One big family.
Yeah, so when DOS Effects' career slowed down, so we talking about early 95,
96?
No.
That's
this is
late?
like 98. No, 99.
Yeah, 90. Okay, yeah, way late in the game.
Yeah, going into 99. Yeah, going into 99. So when their career started slowing down, I had an opportunity to go to Charlotte. Matter of fact, I go back. In that time frame, coming into 99, he had a show in Charlotte with these guys, Up Top Entertainment. So he booked us for a show in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
And I got cool with the promoter. So the promoter was like, yo, I want you to come out here. He was, he do parties. So when I wasn't on the road with DOS, they flew me out to Charlotte.
You was good money right there.
So so that's how I built that relationship. And at that time, DOS Effects' career, as far as shows, not career, but they shows, it wasn't busy as much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at that time. Here's now I just had my first child, my first daughter.
Wow, fatherhood is here now. There we go.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it in a different perspective. Now I'm a little older to understand life. So, long story short, shout out to my man DJ Rendezvous, because he's the replacement that I put in my place to DJ for DOS Effects at that time. Because I was like, man, I'm good, because I'm making more money doing these parties in Charlotte with these dudes.
So you get to
No, I was like, that's where I drifted off at.
So you went solo. That's you going solo, basically.
Yeah. So, I'm living in Charlotte. I decided to move to Charlotte. I've been living in Charlotte from 99 to 2014, and then I moved back to New York. But in that process of me staying in Charlotte, at this time, the twins, they shifted their life. They shifted their life. They wanted to get producing and blah, 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 blah. So they stopped dealing with Redman. They branched off.
Wow.
So I guess they conversation, Redman needed a DJ. So they was responsible, like, well, nigga, call Dice. Well, you know how to get in contact with him? And every now and then I always stayed, we stayed in contact, the twins, or whatever.
That's right.
And one day, I get a call. It's Redman on the phone. What up, bro? Yo, you still DJing, Daisy? Yeah, I'm still DJing. All right. Now, this is literally like how we talking now. All right. We got off the phone.
Yeah.
Early that morning. I got a ticket for you. And I was doing my first show with him. And I've been with him ever since.
How many years, man?
From I got with Redman. The Twin Towers went down, 2001? The 2001, the Twin Towers. I got with him right
2001, September 11th. Not 2001, exactly.
In that time frame. So right after the Twin Towers, I was with Red.
Wow.
I've been with Red, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, yeah. Wow, that's a whole life, man. That's a whole life.
Yeah, facts. So, yeah, that's great. Wow, yeah.
Congratulations to you, man, in the life that you've lived in this thing, man. Coming up from where you're from, bro, to doing it, just doing it. I mean, we used to try to explain to people, like, for hip hop, you don't go to college to do hip hop. You're not gonna graduate in 4 years and then you got a record deal and then you're on tour. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, you know what? It's what I guess whatever that man above had planned for people.
He just has,
because you could go to college and do the full course and you still working at McDonald's.
Right. Not to discourage.
But they pitched to us like, oh yeah, you got. I mean, it's good to go to school and have that knowledge.
That's what I was going to say. I'm not discouraging people from going to school. That's not what I'm doing.
Yeah, of course not. Because look at Jay-Z and them, these top people.
Right.
They didn't go to college.
They was on the.
If you do their history, they didn't go to college.
Crazy.
Yeah. So it's just with that. That man above had planned for individuals.
That's how I see it. I was really trying to do my thing in New York with a group called Produced by New York, and I ended up with George Clinton's French management team, and then they flew me overseas. Like, you're on Europe, Paris. Like, what are you doing? I'm not trying to go over there. I'm here, the Bronx, New York. What are we doing? That's the way God works. We're like, nah, I'm sending you. You got to get out of here. I'm sending you over there. And it's gonna be like the weird reverse reaction, like my stepfather did these hit records here in America and the history of the legacy of the Roberts family. But then it's like my history would be doing that and do that. I would end up connecting with Donald D and over in Italy, Boogie Down Bronx, Africa Islam's in Germany, and then the Zulu Nation and Bambaataa and Kool Herc, and they was like, we heard about you. We heard you was, shout out to my man Katie, he was always like telling Herc and them, like, yo, because I knew I was under Herc's wing. He said, yo, Dynamax is going to London, going to Paris. Every time I went somewhere, they knew. And when they ran into me at Tramps, rest in peace. Some of the clubs, Wetlands, rest in peace.
I know,
Some of our nightclubs that are completely gone forever. They would see me like at a hip hop anniversary. Like, I heard you doing something over there, such and such, man. That's what's up. Yo, don't let that go. Don't let that go. And I just be like, man, I'm just gonna be here for a minute, and then I'm probably gonna break out. But when I would come home, all the Herc and all of them was like, you got something going on, man. Don't leave that alone. Like, I'm like, dag, okay. So I gotta make something else out of this. So getting signed to Universal and getting deals over there. I met Angela Davis over there doing a project for me Abu Jamal, sitting at the dinner table. Angela Davis going like, I can't believe in this lifetime I'm here. And I'm sitting in the car with her. We picked up at the airport, spent like 3 days with her doing this. They gave named the street after Mami Abu Jamal, gave him an honorary citizenship, right? He's still doing life right now here in America, Philly. All the ambassadors and managers, lawyers over there and governors, they all like, yeah, this man he should be free, the Black Panther. And Angela Davis there was speaking in French and with the news, and I'm there with her. And I'm going like saying to myself, it's because of hip hop I'm here.
Oh, okay.
And like you said, the man upstairs. We never know where the opportunities. Like we said when I talked to you in the meet and greet, it was like going back to Africa. I went 13 countries in Africa. I'm going like, I had no idea that I would end up going back to Africa, 13 countries, and touring the motherland, hip-hop ambassador. This culture is something that no one should
I got stuck in Africa.
You talk to me, man. You got stuck. Where'd you get stuck at?
OMG.
Where?
Angola.
Oh, Angola. That was the first place I toured to. I went to Luanda, Angola.
Yo, bro.
Man, dude.
I was, let me tell you that quick story.
Please tell me.
He had, Redman and Method Man had a show amongst the Brat and other artists on this bill. So the funniest everything is scheduled, we find out whatever. Remind you, I'm still living in Charlotte, so I'm flying out from Charlotte.
That's right.
To meet up with the guys. I get over there, all the people that was on this bill didn't show up.
Get out.
Redman, Method Man, Brad. Oh my God! Shout out to DJ Nabs from Atlanta. He's the Brat DJ and Jermaine Dupri. Blah blah blah. So me and him is over there. So I get out there. The promoter basically, where's Red and Metal? I don't know. So basically, he held me for hostage.
Oh, come on, man.
Yo,
you serious?
Bro, but this man had power because normally he flew in and you got to go through the passport thing. Bro, they had my passport and we didn't even go through the passport patrol thing.
Got him.
He had that much power. I got off the plane, boom, right into the car. Yes. So I guess he had everything covered. So at the end of the day, long story short, when he found out that Red and Meth wasn't coming and the other artists, whoopity-whoop, so it was just me and DJ Nabs over there.
Wow.
The blessing out of that. Now remind you, when I say they got the hood out there, they got the hood.
No, it is. No, Luanda is. Can I help you with this? Because you know what? It's not every day you can meet somebody and have this conversation. I try to explain to people because they kept telling me, and the embassy was like, "Do not leave the airport by yourself." You know me.
Oh my God!
You told somebody from New York that, somebody black from New York that, from the hood, from the projects. You can't tell us nothing. I'm like, yo, y'all bugging.
But hold on. It's the funny shit that messed me up because I called back home to the manager like, yo, what's going on? Yo, they ain't whoopity whoop. They okay, cool. They said, yo, get to the airport. You've been out there. The airport is just like straight land. I'm saying, straight land. So, but luckily, shout out to my other man that he's a manager for 112. My man Adam. He lives in Atlanta. Long story short, he's from London. And he had pull. So I called him and he told me what to do. So I hop in a cab and I go to the airport thinking I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Man, I got to the airport, it's just like straight land, no trees, no nothing. Ain't no flights going out. So Dice gotta go back to the hotel. When I get back to the hotel, the promoter, he's sitting in the lobby.
Get out.
And he must knew He's like, yeah. So you went to the airport, huh? Him, the promoter and his man or whatever. And this how I found out, like, wow, Angola got the hood.
No, it's I always say it's super sub.
Yeah, so
it's
we
super sub levels of ghetto, man. America has not seen yet.
OMG, but yeah, that was an experience. I was like, wow, but I got out of there the next day. But the only way I got out because he still had the show. Mm-hmm. So he paid me and Nabs the DJ. So basically, it was a blessing also. And I thought I wasn't going to make it back to America, to be honest.
Are you serious?
I swear on everything I love.
I mean, they told me at one point, they was like, you have to be, if you want to leave the hotel, do not go 30 miles outside of the city. There's still landmines they haven't found from the war. And I'm going like, they're talking and they're still, they're still talking. In my mind, all I heard, I stopped and froze at landmines.
Wow.
I was like, sitting there going like, and I'm there like,
you know something more than me because I didn't know that. Angola is a beautiful place.
It is beautiful.
And
on one side.
Yeah, and I got the experience. You know how they put on TV, show us on TV with the ladies with the buckets on their head?
Right.
I got to saw all of that, like, up front. I was like, wow, but it's a still beautiful place. Another place I was blessed to see, but Johannesburg.
Yes, South Africa. I got stuck there now because I got stuck there and I spent one night at the Southern Hotel.
Well, I didn't get stuck. I didn't get stuck in Johannesburg. I had a layover. So I flew into Johannesburg, had a layover, and then flew to Angola. So that's how that went down. Yeah, so that was one of my good experiences that I experienced.
I'm happy you got to go to South Africa at least. The home of Nelson Mandela. OMG. It's beautiful, man. It's so. You know what? Let me just throw this at you real quick. When you see like the hotels over there, and they're like decorated with the African wood and all that, you're like, wow. Like there's just some things, and the way nature grows is different because the sun is real. It's real in Africa. So the leaf of the tree is the size of your body. Your entire body is like the size of one leaf. And that's one thing. Animal life is different. Like you could be in the truck riding and they're like, hold on for a minute. I'm like, what's wrong? They're like, oh, nothing. The zebras are crossing the path. And I'm looking for somebody to be with them like Jacques Cousteau, whatever, Crocodile Dundee, somebody like, nah, they by themselves, man. You're like, okay. All right. Oh, you gotta wait till they cross on their own. They go from one side to the rainforest to the other side, and then you can drive.
Oh yeah, facts.
Iguanas and goats hanging out around the hotel. First one I saw, like, yo, man, what kind of dog is that? Hey, it's not a dog, Dynamax. Yeah. I look at the woman like, I saw the horns. I'm going like, yo, that's a goat, man. They got goats hanging around the hotel like they little dogs just out here chilling. I said, how long do they stay here? And they're like, yeah, they do their life. They do their life, brother.
Oh yeah.
The mother.
Another thing, I want to give a shout out to all the listeners that's tuning in right now.
Shout out to the people.
I want to give a shout out to a lot of my DJ brothers. I call them my friends. I call them my brothers. Shout out to my man DJ Big Lou. I watched him get into this DJ game, and he's like one of the top 5. Well, say top 10 DJs in New York that be moving around and doing a lot of work. So salute to him. And he put in a lot of work, and that's what I love about him. Shout out to Lord Jazz.
Shout out to Lord Jazz. That's family.
Yeah. So it's a lot. It's too many people to name, but salute to all my peoples, definitely.
Okay, we got some other business we got to take care with you. And it's about you got an offspring with some music, right?
Okay. Yes.
You want to talk about it? What?
Yes. So,
name?
I want to start. I know, right? I want to shout out my daughter. I have 3 daughters. My middle daughter, she's heavy, and she's coming for people next. And she's nice like that.
Bars.
My daughter named Tajane. She surprised me. She's a female artist. I call her MC because she's not a rapper, because when you listen to her, even though this is her generation, she's kind of separate from them, because the way her style of rapping, delivering her punchlines and stuff like that, because this is different between a rapper and an MC. So I look at my daughter as an MC.
Most definitely. Can you?
Definitely.
Let's do something. We're gonna pause.
So
we're gonna pause for a second, and I want you to set up her track for me, and I'm gonna play it. Then we're gonna come back to the phones. All right?
Okay, that'll work.
Can you set that up for me? The name and the track.
Okay, hold on. Matter of fact, this is her latest. She got so much songs. Oh my God.
I know, right?
Yeah, she got so much songs. So the name of this song, her latest joint that you can go to all platforms and listen to. This one right here is called, oh my God.
I got Really. The one I got is Really. I got it queued up.
That's it. Okay. So shout out to my daughter.
Taj Monet. Taj Monet.
Yeah, Taj Monet.
Taj Monet. You know how we do with
yeah, I gotta get used to that.
This will be a little bit of time in France. Parlez-vous français? Hey, Taj, we got Taj Monet. We're going to have to get into her joint, y'all. This is DJ Dice's daughter. We're going to pause for the calls on the music side. And be right back in a second with Mr. DJ Dice, the incredible legend himself. Let's take it away. Be right back after this, y'all.
Let it drop.
I'm just getting started.
Here we go, BiggsRadio.com. Your home for today's R&B and banging hip hop. We are in a masterful interview with the legend himself, the God himself, DJ Dice. And we are really blessed because he brought his daughter on with us on the program. It's the first time we get to do a family reunion thing like this on the air. You got to break your name to me. I got to learn your name. Say your name for me.
Monet.
Taj Monet. Taj Monet's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
What's going on?
Oh man, the record is hot. I'm loving it.
I appreciate that. I definitely dropped that track in January, early January. Definitely a track that I just played around with to show people that I stand on everything I say, you know.
Your father just basically put the stamp of approval. Said she ain't no rapper, she's an MC. Master ceremony. I'm going, oh, that's a rap, y'all. Better look out. Bars. I heard the song. He sent me the song. I'm like, this is heat. I'm playing this, man. Bars, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight up bars. Loving it. Love when I get hot records. We gotta break the record.
Definitely.
Me and Big Daddy gotta talk business, man, later. But we gotta break that record, man.
I really appreciate that. Such an honor.
It's real. Well, I want to ask her what was her inspiration behind that record.
My inspiration behind that record. Let me see. I dropped it in January. So basically during that time, I was going through a transition with my life and, you know, going through certain experiences. And basically one time I was home and I found that beat in my email. And then I was like, whoa, this beat is hot. So I locked in for like more than like 7 hours. No lie. I remember being home and it was a sunny day. And I'm like, yo, I have to connect with this beat on something different. So I got the inspiration during this time in my life, I was going through a phase where I'm changing, I'm elevating with my music. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to be heard. You know what I'm saying? I wanted the people to know that's me. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. And that's how I'm moving in life. To keep it real, 100. Well, never change. I'm always going to be me.
Yes, we need that. You're the future, right? You're the next generation of this culture. You're the one taking this whole thing over from all of us. So it's like, yeah, we need that. You know, the feature lyricists, you know. We got blessed with quite a few, the Brad and a few others that came out the camps, you know. But it's like your generation is here now, so it's going like, this is your generation. You're millennials or your generation Z?
Millennials.
You're millennials. You're like, dude, I ain't that young.
Yes.
No, you know what? Check her from the neck up because I have to ask. I'm going like, yeah, dude. I'm old schooly school. When we start talking about the alphabets and the numbers and all that, what numbers this? What year is this? Okay, there we go. We rocking. Okay, we rocking with the millennials. There we go, y'all. Let's get it. Cause y'all both
Right.
coming up. The Z's are coming right under y'all too. So I'm going like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh wow.
DJ Dice, man. My God, you passed the jeans down, bruh.
Yeah, you know what's so crazy? I got 3 daughters, so my oldest one, she was into singing, but that was like into church, and she had a good voice, but never pursued it. So it was kind of shocking to me for my middle daughter, Tajane, that's on the phone, that she picked up that. And it was so crazy because I never knew she was into that. And just one day out the blue, she's like, I want you to hear this. And I'm just checking it out. So for me, you know, at my age and experience, I know in life, you know, if you have kids, it could be a fad or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like your kid could be into basketball and he's nice, but then he shift over to soccer. I had to sit back to see if this what my daughter wanted. Like she never came to me. I never offered like, oh hey, this and this. When she was younger, my kids was able to come to a couple of shows with Ren and Meth. So she got to experience that, and which was a good thing. But when I found out that she was really into this, I always sat back. I never pushed nothing because I always said to myself, well, let me see if this is what she really wanted. And it turned out this is what she really wanted.
I got a track.
And I'm very proud of her for that.
You gotta be proud. Oh my God, that's amazing. I got this track playing in the background made by DJ Glow, Gloria Coaston.
Lord Jazz, shout out to Lord. Shout out to Lord Jazz. Shout out to Lord Jazz.
Yeah, Gloria Coaston's track. She's you know what I'm getting at, right? Man,
she's amazing.
When are you gonna link your daughter with Glow? You get man. What's up, man?
I'm working on a couple of stuff right now. My daughter, she got a lot of songs out right now.
Okay.
She just don't have no visual. So that's the next move that we gotta pursue because she got amazing music out. She just need visual. In this time of day era, you gotta have a video.
Yeah, video for every song.
They can hear your voice, but they gotta see that visual. So once we get that situated, then I want to do the collabo because I know, like Glow, Lord Jazz daughter.
She plays
she's
every
amazing,
instrument, man.
Man, listen, she's a DJ.
She started out. I was living in Paris too, man. I was at the hospital practically after she was born. I was at the hospital with Jazz and them practically after they had her, and it's like I was watching him babysit. babysit. Jazz, I know he's listening.
Was you there because we had a couple of shows, Red and Meth, and we brung out his daughter.
I saw the footage after though when he showed me the footage. He sent me the footage like you gotta see Glow, man. She was so tiny, probably like 4 or 5 years old, man. Little tiny thing.
Killing the crowd.
Oh my God.
Killing the crowd, yes.
Say ho.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna link my daughter with a couple of people like that. The collabo, but right now she's concentrating on her stuff.
That's right.
Then we just go from there, you know?
That's beautiful. Just another drop in the bucket just to talk about the future, the next generation of hip-hop culture is safe. It's going to be safe, man.
Facts.
Super talented people, multi-talented, multitasking, you know? Man, I love that.
Oh, so Tajane, so while we on the air, let everybody know how to reach you, your platform, so they can check the rest of your music out.
See, there you go.
That's on.
Daddy's on it.
Everybody can reach me at Tajamone Music. That's TAJMONAE Music. And I'm all over on every platform, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon. You can find me everywhere. I got a latest song out called Frequency. Definitely a different vibe from the track that you played. So I'm here.
Biggs,
and I'm here to stay.
In Biggs Radio, we do really big things here. We do the promotional campaign packages for new up-and-coming artists, commercials for artists. We have artists of every caliber, from multi-platinum artists that's been here from the very beginning, of soul music, or rhythm and blues, hip-hop. You know, the people that we promotions for the commercial we got for different artists. Incredible track record. So, when y'all ready to bring the campaign full-fledged, Dice, we got to talk. All right?
Sure.
We got to talk. And
all right, because I got another artist we want to bring in too. Tajane, thank you for tuning in with us.
Thank you, Taj.
No, thank y'all. I truly appreciate y'all.
Okay.
You already know.
God bless. One love.
God bless. Peace.
All right. Keep peace.
All right, what else you want to attack, bro?
DJ Dice. All right. We gonna touch bases because we always do the past, present, and this is tapping into the future as we're talking right now. Can we get a little bit more to your present? What are you working on now? What artists you working with right now? I got some music from you from this present time. So
oh my God.
Talk to me, man. Let's talk about it.
One, I'm a homebody.
Like, you working me, boy. You're working me.
yeah. I'm a homebody. But for the most part, on the low, I've been doing, scratches for some artists that's coming out. So I got the pleasure of doing that. Another artist that I did scratches for, he's a MC, a producer, a father, everything under the sun. Shout out to my man. Oh my God, this dude is phenomenal.
Is that Anthony? Anthony Treble?
Yes. What?
Shout out to Anthony Treble, man.
He is a beast.
Come on.
So here's the funny thing with this. Like I said, I lived in Charlotte for over 10 years. And to be honest, I know we bump heads, but we fast forward. Now that I'm in New York, we run across each other. And some people's mind is memory is, better than others. Like, yeah, man, yo, bro, we met before, whoopity whoop. Long story short, we connected, and he reached out to me and said, yo, I got a project and I want some scratches on it. Remind you, he's a DJ also. So for me, I took it to heart, and I salute him because he's another good DJ, and he could have done his own scratches, but he decided, let me reach out to my brother DJ Dice.
Of course.
So that touches me right there. You know what I mean? It's almost like my DJ friends, and they call you like, yo, come down, I'm doing a party, come down, do a quick set.
Need you to lace
it.
What I mean? I need you to lace the situation.
yeah. Come rock out with me for an hour or whatever. So I look at stuff like that. So long story short, I did the scratches for his single that he put out. He got other music that's super dope.
But you sent me one. I'm loving it. It's called
yes.
Why This Feeling.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
matter of fact, hold on. Matter of fact, Ed, call my phone right now so you can talk to the peoples.
We got a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah.
And then
call my phone right now, bro. Because I ain't going to speak for you. You're going to speak for yourself.
On that note, we'll be right back. Be right back.
All right.
Let's do this. From New York, Dynamax Roberts, BigsRadio.com, your home for today's R&B and banging hip hop. That's right. We are in a massive interview with DJ Dice and his family. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
we also have the artist behind that track. That's DJ Dice featured on that track. That is Anthony Treble. That joint that's hot for the clubs. I'm feeling that, man. Most definitely.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. I'm humbled to say the least, man.
No time is short, but welcome to the show. And thank you again, DJ Dice, for bringing your crew, entourage, family aboard, man.
Yes.
This is beautiful.
Another dope artist on the phone with us. So, I want to give a shout out to my homegirl, Eve. Salute to her. Salute to everybody that's tuning in right now, taking the time not to rock out with us.
Yeah.
Also, my man Anthony Trouble, like I said, he's a phenomenal artist. And he's an artist where he's world-rounded. Like, and I say this in this perspective. You have good DJs out there. But you have a DJ like Kid Capri. He's phenomenal when he comes to that mixtape era and playing music. As a scratch DJ, he sucks. And I say that out my mouth. You got other DJs. Everybody is specific in different areas.
That's right.
So, in that perspective, my man Ant on his phone, he's well-rounded. He's an MC. He's a producer. You name it, he's just world-rounded in that box. He's just not, he's just a producer. No, he does everything. That's what I love about him. Very talented dude. Here's my question.
My co-host.
Yeah. Yeah. So what inspired you to even come up with that song?
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna tell him this real quick, Dice, because the first time I met Dice, I was doing an interview. I was there to interview Redman for a magazine called the Carolina Promoter.
Okay.
And, wow. Right. So I run into Dice while I'm waiting to do the interview, and we just chopping it up. And this is how cool Dice is. This is the first time he's met me. Then I do the interview. We're in this restaurant in Charlotte. You remember that, Dice?
Hell no.
Alright, so Red is mad cool. I got a picture from that night because I got like no beard or nothing. I look mad young. But I finished the interview and I'm basically about to leave. And Dice is like, yo, what you doing tonight? And I was like, huh? He's like, yo, what you doing? We gonna be riding around town promoting. What's good? You coming? And I was like, is that cool? He's like, yeah. I was like, So I called my shorty, who eventually became my wife, but we weren't married at the time. And I was like, yo, I'm going to be hanging out a little bit later than I thought. Love you. Bye. And then I wound up chilling with Red and Dice on the tour bus. We go to a bunch of clubs in Charlotte. It's like a great night. And then Dice is working with some other artists. I'm doing my own thing. We don't really link up. Then he bounces back up top. But I always kept his contact. And I always felt bad that I didn't really reach out when I should have when he was down there.
Okay.
So when I decided to take on my own project, I was like, yo, nobody does this by themselves. And it was like, I was writing everything, producing everything. I'm rhyming, I'm singing, I'm doing all this. And I was like, I need something. And when I finished that song, what's crazy is Dice, when I played it for him, he said, I don't think it needs cuts.
Yes, I did.
he said, yo, it's banging like that. I was like, nah,
hold on, pause. That part right there. When I told him, man, I don't think this record need cuts. And he said, nah, man, come on, right? I called my mentor. My mentor is the legendary Howie T.
Yes.
Yeah, Howie T and a joke, man.
Yes, so
Hitman Howie T.
Yes, I called him because I was like, yo, bro, I'm confused. Like, and I told him, this artist I know, he want cuts. And I just felt in my heart, yo, this song is dope. We don't need no cuts. So I'm calling him for his expertise. And then it was just going. Matter of fact, I called him. I think I called a couple of people. But nevertheless, I did a 3-way. So this is the first opportunity that Ed got to speak to somebody he admired growing up. And I had them on the phone together.
That's cool, man. That's
like we're doing now.
That's beautiful.
Right. Hitman Howie T was literally the soundtrack to my high school years.
Yeah.
Like, you pick a record I was bumping in high school, Howie T probably produced it. From Special Ed to Chub Rock to friggin' Color Me Bad. So when I was on the phone with him, and he gave me the blessing. Yeah, and he gives me the stamp of approval on the phone with Dice. I mean, I was almost in tears, like, yo, this dude said my record is dope.
Dream come true. Dream come true, man. You know?
Yeah.
That's what you get with real people. That's what you get with real people in hip hop and the music.
Yeah,
business.
but all that off that first night with Dice, like real, like he just had love. He, I guess he can always tell, your vibe and stuff. And after I hit him up and he blessed me, we've been, chopping it ever since. I've actually worked with his daughter. She had a show in Charlotte. I actually did some editing for some tracks for her because, like you said, it's all family, man. It's all family.
Yeah, so y'all be look on the lookout. But my man Ant doing some more tracks for my daughter.
Anthony Trouble coming up. Taj Monet is coming out with new music. DJ Dice is heavy-handed in the industry, running rampant and producing and working with a little bit of everybody. And still DJing and rocking around the world, man. Thank you so much for coming through and blessing us, Dice, with your story and bringing your family along with you on the ride, man. It's been an honor having you here on Live from New York Biggs Radio. Myself, Dynamax Roberts, hip-hop ambassador, title gay from Cool Herc. I always make sure I state that because a lot of people run around calling themselves things. Titles you have to earn titles in this culture. If you want to be a grandmaster, you want to be a grandmaster, you have to battle for that title. You know what I'm saying? Be a grand wizard. You have to battle for those titles. Unless the pioneers honor you with that title. That's where I'm from. So on that note, I just want to say thank you, my brother. It's been great having you here, man. The energy's been so real, man. Once again, shout out to Chill Trees and the rest of the fam right there.
Yeah, and, Chill Trees, my dude.
Love you, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, we go more back than back, baby. You know what I'm saying? Dice, man, we gotta do some stuff, man. What's up, man?
Like, what you talking?
We gotta talk, man. All right, we'll talk off the phone, okay?
Oh, you already know.
On behalf of the owner of the radio station, Diamond Biggs, and the rest of the fam, they knew you were coming through, and they wanted to say thank you for your presence here, for the hit records, for the people that you brought, you backbone behind so many people and brought to the game, you know, that you helped, that you supported in this movement. Das Effects, Redman, Method Man, the Wu-Tang family, and etc. Man, Hit Squad. Nothing but love. Nothing but love. I just want to make sure I give you the proper accolades on the way out the door, just like we do James Brown and George Clinton. I want to make sure that you say peace and blessings to you, man. God bless you. May you travel safe. To you and the rest of the fam. Anthony, dude, we're going to be getting music from you. We're going to be working the business. We're going to make it happen, all right? This is what we do here. We make dreams come true, all right? And on that note, brothers, y'all have a good Sunday. Nothing but love. Love from New York. Big Radio. Peace.
All right. Peace.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
All right.
All right, man. Appreciate it, bro.
You got it.
One.
And this one right here is a new remake. If you ever really need me, look over your shoulder. This was wrote by and produced by George Kerr. And also some additional writing from my stepfather, Larry Roberts. That's right. Ray Goodman and Brown. Also known as the Moments.
Now I realize what I really had.
And this one goes to the wife. And I'm out of here. I love y'all. See y'all next week. I love you, baby. Coming home, baby. That's to my wife, and I'm out.
Run it back. The Live from New York podcast with Dynamax Roberts.
Biggs Radio.